Alright, welcome back. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I think I'm going to do it differently this time, by actually playing through the challenges while recording, rather than reacting to them at the end of the day, which is only kind of fun if people have done the challenge. But now I can just sort of play through and send it, and yeah. Round 1, Game 1, Community World. Alright, let's go. Been a while since I played a Community World. No, it's not. I played one yesterday, I think, for the daily that I sent through. Alright, let's have a think. Wow, incredible stonework. Like, really interesting that I haven't seen before in terms of all these cuttings and vertical stones as well. Okay, that's very useful. We've got our poles here made from like unsanded timber or whatever it is, like not super processed. Otherwise, pretty hilly, lots of stonework, lovely tiles and a bell on this church here. Yeah. What was that I just saw? Yeah, the E character is pretty. This is crazy to me. This architecture here, this balcony that spits out. Where's an inland lake? To our west. Doesn't seem like that kind of street, but could be wrong. Let's line this up. It's not bad, you know. It's not bad. No, it is bending a lot more than that is. We'll guess anyway. Not too fussed about them. Just having fun. So yeah, Greece, lovely location, beautiful. It's very Mediterranean. We have Greek here, and that's what I'm mainly going off. Especially the giveaways being this E here. It's a Greek character for sure. But lovely. I personally actually wouldn't really have guessed that. Like I immediately was looking for a lake up here because I know it's more hilly, and I wouldn't have thought to go down flatter. But Greece is a very mountainous country, so not surprised. Right, round 2. Wow, some incredible locations. This should just be Malaysia. All right, I'm thinking. We've got these striped white and black pole, and I mean this is incredible. Look at that. Yeah, this is also should just be Malaysia. So we've got the 8 here, Kota Buraru. Now the question is, I don't really know about Malaysia. Is it Peninsular Malaysia? A little scan. There we go. Okay, and then we're on the 8. Yep. We've also got Masang. Gua Masang. Okay, so we're before Gua Masang. Okay, we've got underpass. This, the 34, becomes the 8. So that's... whatever, somewhere around here. I can't really be bothered. Further down, okay. Round 3. Gosh, I hate the US. Yeah, okay. This is an interesting telegraph pole, actually, like really red wood. Yeah, look, I'm thinking further south. Ex-Confederate state. Pulling that out of my ass. Yep, straight out of that ass. Right up there in Idaho. The USA is never a country that I have intended or do intend to spend much time learning. Speaking of, similar poles. We just developed a meta. Where were we last time? Wyoming, Idaho sort of area. Nope, other side of the state. Great. Let's get back to some more wholesome... Oh, okay. Lovely. Wow! Okay, this is a classic Chile. Yeah, okay. Let me have a think. Sort of all through here, I think. This sort of... When I first saw them, I thought, you know, looks like a massive pile of sand that an excavator's dumped, but like scaled up to 1,000. A new Estra. It looks so Mediterranean, can't it? Like if you're looking at this, Wow, look at these seats. Fascinating. Those look really nice, actually. The angle of the backrest actually looks pretty comfy. Right. Don't want this video to drag on too much. Yeah, just going further south. Actually, I think I moved off the 5K. I blocked there originally. It's funny. 16K, not bad for 2 US rounds that I didn't give a care about. Otherwise, some pretty good guesses. In Malaysia, Greece, I probably, wasn't going to do much better than that. I don't think I was ever going to southern Greece there. Moved off the 5K in Chile, which was a shame, but not taking it too seriously, as you can see by my US. Very funny there. Saw the red poles and guessed Louisiana, no, Mississippi, and then saw the red poles again. Guessed up there and it was across the state, so that's a funny run. Next map. Let's have a think. Go for geodetective. No move. There was able to get 2 5Ks on this the other day, so maybe it's a good map. Well, what do you know? Guatemala. Lovely. Is this just Guatemala, or is it somewhere else? That's making me think. Okay, let's think. Oh, this is amazing. Pocayaya volcano, kayak tour. Volcano somewhere close with water as well. Now, is that gonna show up on the map? What's it called? Pocayaya volcano. Very flat here. Just do a quick scan, but yeah, I think it's more mountainous as you get towards the capital. What's that? Why does it disappear? Well, there is a volcano. Remember, we also need some kayaking as well. Where's my here? So let's think San Pablo, a place where tourism industry could go up, and then also access the water. Okay, there's several other volcanoes here. 2 volcanoes here actually. I didn't know this one starting with A. Wow. Volcan San Pedro. Oh. Oh, here we go. That's one. Oh. So we've got a river here. So Volcan de Akanago, I think that's what that says. And then in the surrounds, another volcano here. Oh, that's a golf resort. Okay, I don't think we're in a golfing town. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I believe Pacaya. Okay. So we've got here and here. And we need rafting. Aqua park. This seems more. Yeah. It seems good enough, I think. Okay, so we've got a volcano directly to the south, though. Just got to take that into account. Like, what if we're here with Dagua directly to the south, and this is like other day trips and tours, kayaking over here, Trails Park. Okay, and then we've got a 4-way intersection directly on the north, south, east, west grid, essentially. Good enough for me, I think. Not too fast. All right. We were in that village, in that area, and in fact, I was almost on the right street. In fact, in terms like vertically, that was very, very well lined up with the volcano and with the street grid. So pretty happy with that one. Did we get any? No, I don't think we did. So not too bothered. Would have sweat a lot more trying to get that 5K, and I didn't really feel like I wanted to. Wow, look at this. It's a cloud. I thought it was a mountain for a second. Whoa. Wait, what? Is that land or is that cloud? Whoa, that is so trippy. The way it tapers off here and here. That looks like cloud, right? Jeez. fascinating, dude. Okay, what do we got here? Sea River Devia player union. I guess it's Argentina, right? Do you got Argentina on this? It's very, very flat. I don't think we pull Argentina. Yeah, much more southern. Okay. Did not actually mean to do that. Got the country, but did not pick up. Yeah, great place for an airport. Right on the coast. Okay, and that was to our east. What? No shot. That's over the sea. This is a trippy location. Huh. Yeah, can be hard to pick up points in Argentina. Definitely a country I should learn at some point. Round 3. Okay, we should be in Australia here. Got Australian bollards. Kingston District Council on one side, and then Tiara District Council. Rolling Road. Just can't see what that highway number is or the locations on it. But border town. I mean, I'm thinking super flat, isn't it? I mean, let's first check out near Perth. It's a big country, isn't it? Tasmania. Holy crap! Wow, that's incredible. My original intuition was Victoria, but as I said, it's flat. I thought let's start with Perth. I found border town. So this is Rowney Road. And would be hitting it from the east. Oh, to the east. Here we go. Okay, Rowney Road. Going right in, turning into this road here. And we've got a road essentially going dead north that picks it up from its origin. So Rowney Road begins sort of here, I assume. Wow, what? Could be wrong, but the sign seems to indicate that to me. No, okay. Yeah, right, okay, so back up here. So this is interesting because it's a three-way, it's not a four-way. This is perplexing to me. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed right now. At a bit of a loss because Rowney Road ends here. This lines up with the grid, not with that. That one goes straight east. So where on earth do you get Rowney Road going? No, I don't get it. I don't get it. In and around here though, that's for certain. Wow. I don't know if I have the willpower at 11:04 to nut this out, but I think I'm just dumb. Like I'm misreading this as potentially we're on Rowney Road right now, but no, that can't be it. It seems that Rowney Road starts here and takes you to border town. But that would mean no, don't think so. Let's just lock in, I guess, here. That's the A something. Yeah. Okay. Wow, I did not see that. Holy crap, I followed all the way down, and so I was just too tired. That was it. That was the 5k. I would have seen that as well, because I traced Rowney Road right down to the coast and its origin, so I would have skipped over that and not noticed. And I knew we were on a highway as well. Well, actually, I knew we were on a highway, but I didn't guess on a highway. Interesting. Actually, a little disappointed that I didn't do better for myself there. Wow, this is a Korea. Okay, so I think that's water to our southeast. Very flat. Now we've got an airport here. Incheon Airport Corporation. Could also be, somewhere here. I forget what parts of South Korea are covered, which is actually surprisingly... Oh, wow. Okay. Is that water? So like somewhere here, then. Or something. Double lane highway. Is that a double lane highway? It is. On our grid? No, not really. That is, though. More or less. No, it's not. That's a double lane road. Let's shoot for that. Wow, it was that road. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Close. Makes sense. More I thought about it, let's have a look again. This great open area. Yeah, that's the airport. And I didn't look back up again, but I saw that and I was like, yeah, this should be where we are. Misjudged. I thought we were further from the water. In hindsight, it still kind of seems like we're further from the water than this is, but I thought that was sufficient and that lined up with the grid well enough. But this makes sense. We're on a bend, which I didn't notice. Oh, I totally should have looked at the road. Wait, hang on, was this where we were? No. Goodness me. Yeah, I should have noticed that we actually were bending either way. That would have been a dead giveaway. That should have been a 5k actually, probably, if I'd have noticed that we were bending away. Anyway, let's go. Round 5. Okay, well, this is very informative. Man. Okay. What colour are the highway numbers in New Zealand? They are red. Cool. I was thinking New Zealand. I was like, I didn't know the highway numbers in red. Ends out they are. That's amazing. So what are we looking for? 63. This should be 5k. Here we go. Here's 63. So to our west we have, yeah, St Arnold and so on. To our east we have Blenheim and Picton. Which isn't quite adding up. This is the 63 though. We've got the Rainbow Ski Area and the Nelson Lakes National Park. Nelson Lakes National Park. Hold up. What? And this Rainbow Ski Area. That's pretty straight. Here we go. That should be it, yeah, with the island. Yep. Nice. Got a 5k, got one 5k. That didn't take us too long. Very obviously easy. New Zealand there, once you got the highway. That's pretty straightforward. Nice 21k for our game. In fact, it's a bit disappointing really, isn't it? With the exception of our Argentina, that was a pretty spot on. 2.9k is 3.33. 31 meters, yeah. If we had locked in more on the Argentina, which I think we really could have done, I'm not particularly good at Argentina. Yeah, other than that, great game. Alright, that'll be it for today. That is a half an hour video. I'll hopefully edit it down.